For activity number 2, we're going to make something that has a couple of different names. Some people call it Gloop, some people call it Ooblec. Whatever you want to call it, it's going to be a sticky, fun, slimy mess. I'm going to take off some of my jewelry here so I don't get it covered in the goo. And the materials that we'll need to make this one are cornstarch, water. Again, I'm using expired drinking water so I don't waste it because I wouldn't give it to someone now. I also have food coloring, which is optional, and something to stir with. So, to make this one, you are going to measure out some of your cornstarch. Now, it can be, I actually have an open one over here. It can be as much or as little as you want. It doesn't have to be an exact amount. You'll just figure out how much water you need to match with it when you're done. So, I have a measuring cup here. Let's see. My open container has about 1/4 of a cup, maybe a little bit more. So that's how much I'm using. You can start with less and then add more if you like. It's up to you. So I have my cornstarch here in a container. Now I'm going to add some water in a little bit at a time. So I'm just going to pour in some water. And then I'm going to stir that. Okay. So you see me kind of stirring. You might feel something funny as you stir. It might feel a little hard, right? I'm sure to get all the cornstarch in there into my liquid. Okay, let's see. Got it all in there. So you'll see I have it nice and mixed up here. And then I'm going to add some of my food coloring. So since we're making kind of a slime here, I thought I would add a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green. I'm going to see if I can make kind of a lime green color because that sounded slimy to me. I think of slime being kind of green. Now when I say slime, I don't mean your typical like clear slime that you would make at home with glue and things like that. This is a different kind of slime. So yeah, I'm stirring it up here. Feels like, ooh, that is a great lime green color. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it's a good color here. I think it might be a little too watery, so I am going to add a little bit more cornstarch. And one of the fun things about science and experimentation is you can try again and again, right? You can see how it turns out, and then you can change it. Uh-oh. More cornstarch came out than I wanted, so now I might have to go back and forth between adding cornstarch and adding water. That's how science works. Okay, let's see. I think that was too much cornstarch. I'm definitely experimenting today. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Hopefully it doesn't come out too fast. There we go. Okay, let's mix that together slowly. We're gonna get there, aren't we? You might be able to tell as I'm stirring it, when I push it together, it's getting really hard. But then when I let go, it gets really goopy or gloopy. That's because this mixture is known as a non-Newtonian fluid, and it doesn't flow like normal liquids do. The goo is made up of molecules arranged in long chains. So when the chains are stretched, the liquid flows like this. Oh. But when they're compressed, it sticks together. So when I push it and I hold it in my hand and I squish, well, it's coming out. But see how it's kind of hard on my hand there? When you squish it, it becomes tight and hard. And then when you let go, it feels a bit different. Now you might see that I put down a little tablecloth here because this is messy. But you can play with your goop and put different things in it and see how they react. Like if you push things on top, or if you put different things in your goop, see how that feels. If you want to make a whole lot, like in a baby tub or a baby pool or something, you can actually walk on this stuff, which is kind of wild. But hopefully you find a fun way to play with your goop, and you can take pictures or video and put it on our scouting site, or send it to me because I'd love to see how your goop adventure goes. Thank you.